Good morning and welcome to Hobby Evolution episode number 118 and happy Thanksgiving. It is Thursday, November 26th, Thanksgiving Day. A lot to be thankful for. I know 2020 has been a wild ride over the last 8 months now. It's been pretty crazy. Probably gonna have to hunker down and deal with this stuff for another few months, and then hopefully we'll start to get back to some normalcy early in 2021. Hopefully spring 2021 we can start doing some normal things again. That's the hope. But despite all this craziness, there is still a lot to be thankful for. So I just wanted to put a positive spin on today's episode and talk about what I'm thankful for. There's been a lot of divisiveness in the hobby lately, especially on Twitter. It's kind of been the twilight zone on Twitter the last couple weeks, probably. Just want to clear my head and spread some positivity. But it's been a really fun year for me. I'm thankful that I have a supportive family. My wife is supportive of my hobby, supportive of my friends and family. I'm thankful for a job that's necessary in these times. I work in transportation field, and obviously, even in a pandemic, sometimes it's even more important to move goods from point A to point B across the country. And not only that I'm able to do it from home. Typically it's an office job, but most of us are now working remotely, and we don't lose a step. That's the great thing. A lot of my job is email based, and some phone calls. So it's great to have that capability of working from home and not losing a step. And I'm thankful for everybody in the hobby that I deal with, and even maybe I have not dealt with yet, but we just communicate, whether it be here on YouTube or on Twitter or Facebook. That's what in the hobby I'm most thankful for. When I started the 1 Million Cubs project, the goal was to collect 1 million Cubs baseball cards. And I learned early on that it's more about the camaraderie and the friendships that develop within the hobby. That's the true part of the hobby for me, is meeting all of the people within the hobby and developing relationships and friendships. From interactions on social media or trades. I've met several people from social media in person, meeting up to do in-person trades. Met several at the national last year, and hopefully we can get a national in Chicago in July, and reconnect and meet new people that I haven't had a chance to meet yet. So that's really what's been special to me in collecting the 1 million Cubs, and just the journey. The journey is sometimes better, usually is better than the ultimate destination. And it will be bittersweet when I hit that 1 million mark. It'll be bittersweet because I won't have that journey. Obviously, I will still be in the hobby and I'll still collect Cubs cards, but it won't be the same. It won't be what's your count up to. It'll be a little different. So I'm just trying to appreciate the journey as I march towards that goal. So I just wanted to share that and just thank everybody who watches. Matthew, what's up? I love your pick I love dogs. Matthew, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I know some other regulars that chime in. Zach, Ken, KBO Collections over in South Korea. Korean Cardboard chimes in. Jenny chimes in. I hope I'm not missing anybody else, but Brian chimes in. So I appreciate everybody who checks in and messages and we talk back and forth, both here and usually on Twitter. So just wanted to say thanks on this Thanksgiving Day. And I've talked about most of the week that this is kind of a fun week for me in the hobby. I like to rip during Thanksgiving week. It's a fun time for me. So last night was great for me with my with all of my interests, kind of all into one. AEW wrestling, I've really gotten into that since it kicked off last year. College basketball, opening day was yesterday, and the hobby. So 7 o'clock AEW comes on. I'm ripping a couple of boxes of the Heritage High Numbers. I ripped 2 of my 8 mega boxes, and with what I pulled in the first 2 boxes, it was like ripping a hobby box. I'm tempted to rip the rest, but I'm gonna try to hold on to them sealed. I'll get to that in a moment. So after AEW, boom, 9 o'clock tip off for Badger basketball. Wisconsin played Eastern Illinois last night, and then right around halftime, it was 10 o'clock. So I tuned in to the About the Cards podcast. Had it on the big screen, and usually I'm laying in bed at 10 o'clock and starting to doze off. So every once in a while I'll check in on YouTube right before I go to bed, but usually I'm out, within the first 15 minutes. So it's usually I'll watch it the next day. So I did tune in for about an hour of About the Cards last night. So slept in a little bit this morning. I'm not used to staying up past 11 o'clock. So it was kind of a fun night. It was a great night, fun night. Getting to do AEW college basketball and About the Cards podcast. So I'm going to do some more of the hobby this week into the weekend. Nothing big planned. I may make a run to Target tomorrow during Black Friday. I hate to do that, but I just want to check. And fortunately, the Target card section is like right at the front door, so I don't have to. And I think that's probably the case in most stores. I don't have to walk through the store and be around too many people. So I may just check in because I did go out and about last night. I got a haircut. I got the holiday cut. And I went to 2 Target stores last night. I made an after work run to the post office and stopped at the Target that's on my way. Had not been stocked. So then the Great Clips that I get my haircut is right next to another Target. So and it's kind of the one that it's not really in my sphere that I hit up on a regular basis. Kind of the outlier. So I did go to that one because I know it's been known to be stocked like a night early, like at night. I know the vendor lives in that area. He's told me I didn't stalk him. So I checked that one out. It had not been stocked either. So I'll check around on Friday because I'm really looking for Prism football, and I'd like to open some Prism basketball draft picks. That's a fun set. So on my way, I was at a stoplight, and I just happened to turn on Twitter, and Ivan at Watch the Breaks had tweeted out a link to a Target basketball set special. So when I got home, I looked it up, and I couldn't believe it. It was still in stock, like a half an hour later. So I checked it out. it was $150 for a set, 305 cards. So I was hesitant, and I'm like, it's already been a half an hour. I'm just gonna go check out the blowout forum, see what the talk is. Like everybody was raving about this. So I put in an order for 2, and read some more of the comments, and I'm like, oh man, I should buy more. So I bought 2 more. So I bought 4, and then I went back, and in like 5 minutes later, it was sold out. So there's been some that after it's sold out, some sold on eBay already. I think the floor price $230, anywhere between 230 and I think 280 were the sold prices on eBay. I'm not going to take the chance on pre-selling this product because it was up for an hour and a half. I'm not going to take the chance that they oversold. And much like I think it was Bowman back in the spring where everybody was refunded. So this is something that no pre-sales. I will. The plan is to open one of the 4 boxes I bought, and then the other 3 I'm going to either just sit on or flip. So that's my plan with the basketball. It's NBA hoops. I can't remember what it was, but it's a Target exclusive. It's not NBA. It's NBA hoops with like a special coating, so it's not as NBA hoops cards can be kind of flimsy. So it's going to have like a thicker stock. So and it's going to be I think you get 5 like parallels. So could be a good chase. So I thought, hey, why not? So it doesn't sound like Blowout's going to do their big Black Friday tomorrow, which is something I always look forward to. I'd get the coffee, and in fact, the last couple of years, I would. The only time I've set a timer for coffee. Actually, I take that back. I went to I think a Cubs game that I woke up because I wanted to autograph early, and I set the timer because I was waking up at like 3 or 4 a.m. So I've only set the timer a couple times on my coffee maker. And it was usually Thanksgiving night. I would set the timer, get everything ready, so it would start brewing in the morning, so I wouldn't have to deal with that. I could just pour a cup and come down to the card room and be on Blowout while sales come in. They changed it up last year. I didn't like it. They just unveiled the sales by hour. So you just check in at 6 a.m. Here's the sales, until they're sold out. 7 a.m. new sales come on. 8 a.m. So by 11, I was like, and I didn't buy anything last year. 2017, I think, was the big year, and I wish I would have held on. I mean, I think all of us wish we would have held on to sealed wax based on what it's doing now. But some of the prices that, I was buying 2011 Heritage Miners for $60 a box, and I was thrilled to flip them for $100. And now they're selling for like $400 to $450 a box. So I have that's why my case of 2018 Heritage Miners is saved for a rainy day in hopes that somebody breaks out of that set. So Mike Trout and Bryce Harper were in 2011. It was actually, and there was Nolan Arenado was in that set. It's loaded, and that's why. I don't know if we'll see another Heritage Miners set that's as loaded as 2011, especially top loaded with Trout and Harper at the top and Arenado. So my 2018 is still going to be saved. And Ken replied on yesterday's video, leave it sealed. You've got enough other things to keep you occupied. That's absolutely correct. So as long as I can get my fill of ripping some stuff like I did last night, just to kind of get me through, I'll leave it sealed. And I broke the seal. So my 2016 Topps Update blaster case came. Now, in the past, Blowout has shipped these double boxed. So the case is within a box. And I had a feeling, and I should have known based on the box it was shipped in, that I think they just shipped the case, not double boxed. So I broke the seal, um, and sure enough, right inside was the blasters. So it's no longer a sealed case, but I wasn't planning on trying to flip that in the future as a sealed case. Um, I get really nervous, and blaster cases really don't, um, outside of certain circumstances, like 2018 Topps update is definitely flippable, but uh, it's probably a rip for me, even though I've seen some of these other sets. It's more of a speculation on for next season because I think we'll see rookie cards of Trevor Story, Corey Seager, and Tim Anderson really spike in 2021. Um, so it's kind of speculation on my part, and we'll see what prices do, what those players do. I mean, the speculation is based on they perform at their levels that they've performed at, stay healthy in all of those variables. So that's the plan with the 2016 blaster case, and now that I've opened it anyway, it's when it's sealed, I don't have that itch to rip as much. But when I've opened it, it's like, I've already opened it. I'll take a box out, open a box. So we'll see if I don't find any retail or buy any Black Friday deals. Maybe it's a rip for in the near future. Um, so yeah, I was kind of busy with the hobby and all of that, and I ripped 2 Heritage high number mega boxes that I bought at Black Friday. Only $40 for the mega boxes. There's 140 cards, and there's a special pack of 4 chromes. Now this is a stack of the hits per se. That's a nice thick stack. Now a lot of this, a pretty big chunk of this is like rookies that I'm just gonna hold back. But I mean, you've got Austin Riley, and Alex Jackson from the Braves. I pulled Jake Bowers. I pulled a lot of the Yusei Kikuchi, Kaboom, Carter Kaboom, Keston Hira. So I pulled those. Now I pulled a Cody Bellinger relic. The first box was really loaded. It had that relic. Now in the same pack, I pulled a Vlad and Tatis rookie. Same pack in the first, and in the second box, same thing. I pulled the Vlad and Tatis. So in the 2 boxes I opened, I pulled the 2 cards that I really wanted. I think between the 2 boxes, I pulled 8 of the short prints. The first box only had 3, and I may have to go back. I may have missed one, but I'm pretty sure the Cody Bellinger, the first box had the 3 short print high numbers, but it also had that Cody Bellinger relic, which I think would have replaced a short print. The second box had 5 short prints. I pulled this black chrome Francisco Mejia. That's numbered to 70. I pulled, let's see, that was the AJ Pollock was in a pack on its own of 569. And then these were in the chrome pack along with the Mejia. So that must have been box 10. I pulled an Eloy in that first box also. And then also in the first box, I pulled the Tatis performers and the highlights of Vlad Jr. So I pulled those as well. I pulled an Acuna award winners. Here's the other Tatis and Vlad. Let's see. More short prints. I pulled the Bryce Harper chrome, and I think that came in a pack. It's numbered to 999. And then this was another black chrome Walker of the Diamondbacks, and then the other. So that was fun. That was a super fun break. $40 a box, well worth it. It was like opening a hobby box. So that was what I did last night. And I pulled, burying the lead, the Cubs. I pulled 5, only 5 though. Cubs, Descalso, Brock, Kimbrel. So 5 to the count. 515,437 Cubs cards. I did get another box in the mail yesterday. So I've got 3 boxes to open. I'm going to do that here shortly. And then I'll get an update on Twitter here in an hour one of the boxes is pretty big. So gonna get those counted. That's it for today. Happy Thanksgiving. I've got nothing else. Enjoy Thanksgiving any way you possibly can in this atmosphere of craziness pandemic. Check me out on Twitter at 1millioncubs. The website, 1millioncubs.com. The eBay store link is at the top of that page, 1millioncubs.com. eBay store link up there, 10% off when you buy 3 or more cards. I stocked some more last night. I stocked some basketball. I did some sorting of my basketball last night to put in alphabetically, ready for the season. I'm going to be an NBA fan this year for the first time in 25 years. So I've had some fun going through some basketball that I just had tucked away that came in collections I acquired that I didn't know anything about basketball. Found some real gems. So I did that and added some basketball to the eBay store, and also added some vintage 70s, some Thurman Munsons. Already a couple have sold, some 78, 79 tops Thurman Munsons. Some other random 78 tops, I think Gaylord Perry and Phil Necro. And those are all at 99 cents. The Thurman Munsons are a little more, I think $2.50 on the $2.50 on the 78s, and I think $1.50 maybe on the 79s. But most of those 70s cards I put up for 99 cents, free shipping, and 10% off when you buy 3 or more cards. Go to 1millioncubs.com, and the top of the page is that eBay store link. So appreciate that. Again, happy Thanksgiving, and I will be back tomorrow. Have a great day.